The Red Book of Westmarch started out as Bilbo's private diary about his adventures from the Hobbit, which he would take to Rivendell to finish, titling it There and Back Again. I might find somewhere where I can finish my book. I've thought of a nice ending to it. And he lived happily ever after to the end of his days. It would contain his translations from the Elvish, which Bilbo wrote, of 3 volumes that were a work of great skill and learning, much like the sources he used while in Rivendell. And at the end, Frodo would bring it back to the Shire after the War of the Ring. During Shire Reckoning 1420-1, Frodo nearly filled its pages with his account of the war, but annexed to it and preserved with it, probably in a single red case, were the 3 large volumes bound in red leather that Bilbo gave to him as a parting gift. There was also a 5th volume added later containing commentaries and genealogies and matter concerning the hobbits in the Fellowship. While the original Red Book was not preserved, many copies were made for the descendants of Sam's children, as the book was passed on to Sam after Frodo leaves Middle-earth, leaving him the last pages. "Why, you have nearly finished it, Mr. Frodo," Sam exclaimed. "Well, you have kept at it, I must say." "I have quite finished, Sam," said Frodo. "The last pages are for you." And 61 years later, in Shire Reckoning 1482, or 61 of the 4th Age, Sam's daughter Eleanor would be greeted with the Red Book before Sam makes his trip to the Undying Lands. This book would be a major source of the accounts of the Third Age and would inspire the largest of the collections of the Shire records at Undertower's Great Smiles and Brandy Hall. After 100 of the Fourth Age, many historical books and records were held in several libraries in the Shire. But the most important copy of the Shire records was written in Gondor and kept at Great Smiles at the request of the great-grandson of Peregrine and completed in 1592 Shire Reckoning, or 172 of the Fourth Age, with the King's Writer, Rivendell, finishing this with all the details of the Thane's book in Minas Tirith. Rivendell's copy would be an exact copy of the Thane's book, which would be requested by Aragorn and brought to him by Pippin, Thane of the Shire, when he retired to Gondor in 64 of the Fourth Age. This book would be the first copy of the Red Book, though it would contain mostly of Aragorn and Arwen written by Barahir, Faramir's grandson. The chief importance, however, would be Bilbo's translation from the Elvish, which he would write from 1403 to 1418 Shire Reckoning. Since Merry and Pippin were the heads of their families and kept their connections in Rohan and Gondor, their libraries, Bucklebury and Tugborough, did not contain much of the Red Book, nor did the Great Smiles, which contained mostly of larger histories such as the Tale of Years, Elrond's sons after his departure, and Celeborn's entry to Rivendell after the departure of Galadriel. However, the Red Book would contain a final note of the departure of Legolas and Gimli, presumably since they were in the Fellowship.